Hey everyone, so I've talked about this dream before and I think I called it the Dark Souls dream, and I wanted to talk more about it just so I can give more detail and recap about it because I think it was a really actually great dream, and I don't know why. Like, there's so many different genres that it can relate to all in one, and it was like this one crazy dream, and it felt cuz I felt like I was in a jail cell, which is funny, but I'm not gonna go there. But anyways, so it was weird because I felt like I was in a jail cell, and at a certain time I can actually get out of the cell, and I can actually try to somehow escape if I somehow find keys, kill people, which is funny. But I had this dream where it was like Dark Souls in a way, but it was first person, so I guess it was more like Skyrim. And there were swords, there was handcuffs, there was nunchucks, and then I remember there was also pistols and shotguns, assault rifles. But in order to use them, it was kind of like the video game Super Hot. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but it was kind of like one shot, and then it had to take a time to reload. And then same with the shotgun, or But for some reason, the triggers on the weapons were funky, so they wouldn't work. Most of them wouldn't work for me. The pistol was too hard and I couldn't pull the trigger. The trigger was too hard to pull, or it was too light and it was clanky. But yet for some reason other people can shoot them perfect, but except me. But the weird thing is I would die and then I would respawn back into my cell, but in another area, in another cell, in another place. And it's weird because I remember my next cell, because since I've gone and I was able to collect some items, and it was weird because it was kind of like H1N1 or something like that, H1Z1. And DayZ, or those games where it's if you die you have to restart all over with other stacks and that stuff. So it's kind of like that, but I kind of gained all my stuff as I was walking. And the craziest part about all that was I don't know, it was weird. I remember I had ninja stars in my room. I remember I had a drawer, and this time I actually had a bed and stuff, this metal flat thing, which is a flat mattress. I had an actual bed, and I stocked up and I actually made some money and that stuff somehow, even though I was I'm trying to get out. It was weird because it was kind of like Dark Souls, like I said, start off in a cell, and then you have to go up and work your way, and it's all and it's weird because the castle, because it felt like I was on a castle walkway. I don't know how to describe it. It felt more yellow, more bright, but I guess kind of the Great Wall. But it was more everywhere was how do I describe it? I wouldn't say it was a prison. It was a courtyard. It's crazy because I wanna get into this one dream that I had where it was I felt like I was in a war bunker, and we were military operators. But that's a whole nother story. But anyways, I was in this it felt like it was more like a castle, kind of concrete kind of level, but the doors, as soon as they open and that stuff, you walk on this hallway. I remember there was this square line, and then you go up, and it just made a square. And I remember there was this gate that had to be unlocked, and I was going to unlock it, but then I had to fight these two guys, and one of them was an axe person, and I was trying to shank him with a knife, and so I was able to get him. But then, the guy with the pistol, he was able to what killed me because it sucked, because I found a pistol from this one guy, but it was so hard to pull the trigger, I ended up dying. I was like, this is bullcrap. And then I ended up getting up, I purchased another pistol, but then the thing's all janky, it wouldn't work. I was like, what the heck? And there's bullets in it, and it's bro, I have 3 bullets, this is bullcrap. So I was all it was weird, because it was a weird concept and that stuff. I was like, bro, how come I can't go on to the next level and just kill me? And the next thing you know is that I walk out and that stuff, and then I get killed by guys with katanas. But how I started off fighting them, punching. I threw a ring. It's weird. It was an actual ring, and I threw it, and it blinded some dude. I picked up his katana, or he was carrying a shovel, and I was swinging the shovel. And then I realized that across, people can shoot me from the other side blank, and I don't really have cover because it was kind of line guardrails instead of a wall covering myself. Either way, I'm pretty sure I would get shot. Because FMGs, or what do you call FMJs? But yeah, no, dude, it's freaking crazy, dude, because those bullets, man, I mean, just. And it was crazy because I remember I dolphin dived from off the balcony to the floor. Well, actually, I didn't dolphin dive. I actually just took the stairs. I dolphin dived down this part of stairs and that stuff, and I realized, oh, these are stairs and that stuff, because I bounced back, and I was I fell down a couple of stairs, and I was rolling down and that stuff, and while they were chasing me and that stuff, I ended up I had a hoodie on and that stuff, and I went into disguise, and I ended up at this party and this stuff around the courtyard, and that stuff was weird because then there was all these other pathways. Like it was kind of like a weird janky ladder from like Dark Souls, where you're like going to the lower part, like in the sewers, or you pass the sewers and you're going to like the lower levels in the caves, whatever you call. But yeah, no, it's crazy because like what happened was what happened? That was crazy. That was freaking crazy. Yeah, so I felt like a party or just like a bunch of prisoners or something like that. It's weird because like I always saw like a bunch of like high schoolers that I went to like high school with, and it's weird. I haven't really had any dreams of like coworkers that I've had that I worked with recently. I mean, like, cause it's been like, was it like 7 years since I've been out of high school. Yeah, and plus I never went to college, so I'm still kind of stuck in that PTSD. But I'll talk to that with my therapist. But anyways, yeah. So like, what happened was is that like I was seeing some like people from school. There's like these chicks and they're witches and they're making potions that like basically, you know, it was like basically liquor, but it was potions. And it was like weird because it was actually like, you know, like this kind of different kind of vibe. And then like also then I remember buying like this like fairy dust or something like that. I thought that was funny. And then I remember going to like seeing like concert. I don't remember what kind of concert it was, but I remember seeing like the Motley Crue people there, like, but they're like in their like 40s or like 30s or something like that. It was weird, or like maybe late 20s, and they were there, and it was like a party and that stuff. But they weren't like performing; they're just there with the group. But it's weird because like nobody could look each other in the eye for some reason. The reason why nobody will look each other in the eye is because it was like they'll attack you for some reason. It was like a threat. It was like you know, what do you call it? Disrespect. And then like, but like everybody can stand next to each other, and like you're with your homies, but like you can't look each other in the eyes, and everybody has like hoods and like hats on because nobody wants to be seen or that stuff. And it's weird because like cops are walking around and they're looking for like certain criminals. It's like everybody can be out. Well, it's like everybody's out already. Like nobody's supposed to be out, but the reason why they're letting everybody out basically is because like, you know, it's like, you know, like they don't want to get ganged up, and it's like there's only so many, you know, prison guards and then like so many prisoners. And so basically there was a party going on. It was weird because like all of a sudden like everybody was all freaking out, like staring at me, or like looking at me and my friends and that stuff, like old friends. And then like because we were on the sketchy kind of like wavy kind of, you know, like what do you call balcony. And then like people were looking at us like weird and sketch, and then basically like I said hell, you know, and then I'm all like, you know, so it's all like, you know, it's like never do that, because next thing you know is like some like crazy winged horn like animal comes out flying like in slow motion. It was scary because it was huge. It was like it was coming after us, but it didn't. It just swarmed around and just started breathing fire and set everything on fire. I was like, I bet it did. It was a cool dream. And it reminded me of this other dream I'll have, and I'll tell a quick glimpse of this one because I need to write it down, but I don't remember much of it. But I remember it started off where it's like a weird dream where it's like I had so much, like I can control everything with this remote, and I could like make settings, and actually was granted like these superpowers. I could be anything. I could be a Jedi with lightsaber powers and the Force. I could have flying powers, gravity. I can be like Spider-Man. I remember one time there was balls in like the ocean. It was like supposed to be an ocean. You could swim in like these balls, and when you touch the balls they turn into different colors and that stuff. And it's weird because it felt like that like Foster's Home Imaginary Friends movie episode with like one of the last movies and that stuff about that kid's face that moves around and that stuff, and it was like that ball pit where you can drown. It was like that, and it was so scary, but it was kind of cool. And I felt like a rag doll. I was finding other people. I remember this concert. It was like this mod where you can be whatever the heck you want to be. I remember there's a Tech 9. I remember there's like dragons. There was like Joker. There was like Nemesis, Blade, and they're all there. And it's weird because it's like all like characters and stuff. And it's like this gray. It kind of looks like the Netherlands, but it's like all flat area. Except there's this abyss that goes down, and it's a square that's in the middle. It's a square. You can see it's like a square, like a huge square, and like in the back and like that. So it's a whole concert around there. And then it's like whoa, it's a concert. And I guess it was like a Tech 9 concert. And I remember that there was this movie theater, and they were playing this one movie. It's supposed to be the longest movie in the world. It's supposed to be like a week old. But the crazy thing is when you watch it, it always changes. So it's never the same. It's not the same movie. And so you're only going to see this once in a lifetime and that stuff by every fucking moment. And I guess it like some people got seizures from it, and some people lost track of time just by watching it, because it's like a crazy movie where it's all like, bro, it's like it's just all shapes and colors and that stuff. But it's like so many different stories, and your brain just gets you feel like you're that chick from Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, where it's like I see everything, and her eyes catch on like fire or something like that. Well, that's cool. It's kind of light, but you don't catch on fire. You just pass out, you might have a seizure, you feel like you're drunk, and you walk out of the theater. Some people, like, the longest anybody's ever gone was 8 hours, but some people try to break the world record, and then at 3 hours in, I got nauseous. It was weird because in the dream I felt like I got nauseous and that stuff, watching this movie and that stuff, and I was like, I couldn't watch it anymore. It was crazy, and it was like it was weird. But that's all I kind of remember of that modded dream. But it was so cool, and I actually, like, that was probably one of the best dreams like I had, because I felt like I had so much control over it. I wish I did something with more chicks though. I think that would have been cool with that dream. But yeah, superpowers, cool stuff, crazy dream, concert, movie, and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I mean that's kind of it. But till then, next time.